Hello, everyone. Welcome to VS English Channel. I'm Emma.
And I'm Joseph. We're so happy you're spending a little part of your day with us. Whether you're listening while you're having breakfast, driving to work, walking in the park, or simply relaxing at home, thank you for being here.
If you're new to our channel, welcome. Every week we'll help you improve your English through real conversations, real situations, and everyday life. No boring grammar lessons, no difficult textbooks, just English that people actually speak.
Exactly. Think of us as your English-speaking friends. Sit back, relax, listen carefully, and whenever you can, speak along with us. You'll be surprised how much your English improves just by practicing a little every day.
And if you enjoy learning English this way, don't forget to subscribe to VS English Channel. We have many exciting conversations coming up, and we'd love to have you with us.
All right, Emma. Today's topic is something every single person in the world has: a daily routine.
That's right. It doesn't matter if you're a student, an office worker, a business owner, or a homemaker. Everyone has their own routine. And believe it or not, talking about your daily routine is one of the easiest ways to start a conversation in English.
Exactly. People often ask questions like, what time do you wake up? What do you usually do in the morning? How do you get to work? What do you do after work? These are simple questions, but many English learners don't feel confident answering them.
Today we're going to change that. We're simply going to talk about our own routines. As you listen, you'll naturally learn useful vocabulary, common sentence patterns, and how native speakers connect their ideas in a conversation. So let's begin at the start of the day, the morning. Joseph, what time do you usually wake up?
On weekdays, I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. My alarm rings at 6:30, and most days, I get out of bed within 5 minutes. A few years ago, that wasn't true at all. I used to press the snooze button again and again, but over time, I realized that waking up just a little earlier makes my whole day much more relaxed. What about you?
I'm quite similar. I usually wake up around 7 a.m. I don't like rushing in the morning, so I always try to leave enough time to get ready peacefully. I think a calm morning creates a calm day.
I couldn't agree more. Whenever I wake up late, everything feels rushed. Breakfast feels rushed. Getting dressed feels rushed. Even the drive to work feels stressful. So nowadays, I really try to stick to my morning routine.
Me too. I think routines are comforting. When you know exactly what you're going to do next, your morning feels much more organized.
So, what's the very first thing you do after waking up?
The first thing, I usually make my bed. It's a very small habit, but I love starting the day with a tidy room. After that, I drink a glass of water. It's something I've been doing for years, and honestly, it helps me feel awake. How about you?
Mine is a little different. The first thing I usually do is open the curtains. I really enjoy natural sunlight in the morning. Then I open the window for a few minutes. Fresh air makes me feel refreshed. After that, I drink a glass of water too. It's become part of my morning routine.
I like that. Fresh air really changes the mood of a room, especially during spring and summer.
Here's something I'm trying to improve. I used to check my phone as soon as I woke up. Messages, emails, social media, everything. But I noticed something. Whenever I started my day with my phone, my mind immediately became busy.
I know exactly what you mean. Sometimes you only want to check one message, and suddenly 15 minutes have disappeared.
Exactly. So now, I try not to look at my phone for the first 10 or 15 minutes. Instead, I enjoy a quiet start to the morning. It helps me focus much better during the day.
That's a really good habit. I still check my phone, but only after I'm completely ready for the day. I think mornings should feel peaceful, not stressful.
After drinking some water, I head to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I take a shower. I always prefer taking a shower in the morning. It makes me feel fresh, clean, and ready for the day ahead.
I'm exactly the same. A morning shower wakes me up completely. Before that, I'm still a little sleepy. After my shower, I feel much more energetic. Then I start getting ready. I dry my hair, choose my clothes, and spend a few minutes getting organized before leaving my room.
I think that's one reason mornings feel so important. They're not only about getting ready physically, they're also about preparing mentally for the day. If my morning goes well, I'm usually in a good mood for the rest of the day.
I agree. Small habits, like making your bed, opening the window, or taking a peaceful shower, don't seem very important. But together, they create a wonderful start to the day.
And after all of that, there's one thing I never skip.
Let me guess. Breakfast?
Exactly. Some people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I'm not sure if that's true. But I definitely know one thing. I am much happier after breakfast.
I think many of our listeners will agree with that. But here's something interesting. Our breakfasts are completely different.
That's true. And I can't wait to compare them, because I have a feeling our listeners will probably relate to one of us.
All right, Joseph. We talked about morning routines, but now I'm really curious. What does your breakfast actually look like? Be honest.
My breakfast? Okay. So on weekdays, I keep it very simple. Usually 2 eggs, some toast, and of course, coffee. Always coffee.
I should have guessed that last part.
I don't like spending too much time in the morning cooking. I prefer something quick, something I can finish in 10 minutes, and then start my day. What about you?
Mine is a little different. I don't always eat the same thing. Some days I have oatmeal, some days fruit, and sometimes just tea and toast. But on weekends, I like taking my time. I make pancakes or something a bit special. It feels relaxing.
That's nice. I think weekends change everything. Weekdays are fast, weekends are slow.
Exactly. Weekday breakfast is about routine. Weekend breakfast is about enjoyment.
You know, one thing I've noticed is when I skip breakfast, my whole morning feels incomplete. I can't really focus properly.
Same here. Even if it's something small, like a banana or toast, it makes a big difference. After breakfast, what do you usually do next, Joseph?
After breakfast, I go back to my room and start getting ready. I usually shower if I haven't already. Then I choose my clothes for the day. I try to keep it simple, nothing too complicated. Just something comfortable and neat.
I do something similar. I always check my schedule first. If I have meetings, I dress a bit more formal. If it's a normal day, I go for something comfortable.
That makes sense. Clothes actually affect how you feel during the day. If I wear something comfortable, I feel more relaxed.
Yes, and if I feel good in what I'm wearing, I feel more confident too. Joseph, do you exercise every day?
I try to. I usually go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. Not because I want huge muscles, I just want to stay healthy. How about you?
I'm not really a gym person. I prefer walking. Sometimes I go for a 30-minute walk in the evening. It helps me clear my mind after work.
That's actually one thing I've learned. You don't have to spend 2 hours in the gym. Even 20 or 30 minutes of exercise can make you feel better.
Exactly. And the best exercise is the one you enjoy doing. You don't have to spend hours working out. The important thing is to stay active and make it part of your daily routine.
I completely agree. My workout usually lasts about 45 minutes. After that, I head back home, and then I start getting everything ready before leaving the house. My bag, laptop, charger, water bottle, wallet, and keys. I check everything at least twice.
Twice? Only twice.
Okay, sometimes 3 times. I don't trust myself in the morning.
I understand that. I once left my house without my phone, and I didn't realize until I was already on the bus. I had to go back home.
Oh no, That's stressful.
Yes, but it's also a good lesson. Now I always do a quick check before leaving. Phone, keys, wallet.
So finally, you open the door, step outside, and the day officially begins. That moment always feels a little different.
I know what you mean. There's something about stepping outside, like you're entering a new part of your day.
Exactly. Some days feel calm, some days feel busy, but every day feels like a fresh start.
And then comes the commute. Bus, train, car, or walking. Everyone has a different way of getting to work or school.
Yes, because commuting is a whole story on its own. Traffic, crowds, music, thinking about the day ahead. There's a lot to talk about there.
And maybe some funny stories too. Now comes one of the most important parts of the day. How do you usually get to work?
I usually drive my car. On most days, traffic is okay, but during peak hours, it can get a little stressful. Sometimes I just sit in the car and listen to music while waiting for traffic to move. How about you?
I usually take the bus. It depends on the day, but most of the time, the bus is quite convenient for me. I can just sit, look outside, or even listen to music. But yeah, sometimes it gets crowded.
That's the thing. Every option has its own problem. Driving means traffic and parking. Buses mean crowds and waiting.
Exactly. But I think commuting also gives us time to think. Sometimes I plan my whole day during that time.
That's true.
So, Joseph, once you reach the office, what's your first step?
The first thing I do is sit at my desk, open my laptop, and check my emails. There are always new messages, tasks, and updates waiting. After that, I plan my work for the day. I decide what needs to be done first and what can wait.
That sounds organized. I do something similar. When I start my day, I usually check my schedule first. If I have meetings, I prepare for them. If not, I start working on my tasks one by one.
You know, some days feel very productive and everything goes smoothly. But other days, things get busy and you feel like you're doing 10 things at the same time.
Yes, I think everyone experiences that. Some days you're focused there, and some days you're just trying to catch up, but that's normal. Exactly. Do you ever take short breaks during work?
Definitely. After working for about 2 hours, I usually stand up, stretch a little, and make another cup of coffee. I think short breaks help me stay focused.
I agree. Sometimes just walking around for 5 minutes makes a big difference. It helps me clear my mind. And when I come back to my desk, I can focus much better.
Exactly. A short break can really improve your productivity. Of course, after working for a few more hours, there's one thing everyone starts thinking about: lunch.
Of course, it's your favorite.
Around 1 p.m., I usually take a break. Sometimes I bring food from home, and sometimes I eat with colleagues. It's a nice break in the middle of a busy day.
Same here. Lunch feels like a short reset. I usually eat something light, like rice, salad, or a sandwich. And I always drink water. It helps me stay fresh for the rest of the day.
Do you ever feel sleepy after lunch?
Oh yes, sometimes. Especially if I eat too much. But a short walk usually helps. Even 5 to 10 minutes outside makes a big difference.
I do the same. A small walk after lunch really helps me feel active again.
After lunch, we go back to work again. And this is usually the longest part of the day.
Yes. More emails, more tasks, more meetings. But also, this is when we finish most of our important work.
I think the afternoon requires a lot of focus because that's when your energy starts going down a little. So you really need to stay organized. Joseph, do you ever bring work home?
I used to, but now I try not to. When I get home, I want to spend time with my family, not with my laptop.
I think that's important. Everyone needs time to relax. You know, Joseph, what I like about talking about daily routines is Everyone's life is different, but also very similar.
Exactly. Different jobs, different cities, different schedules. But the basic routine is almost the same everywhere. Wake up, eat, work or study, eat again, and sleep.
When you say it like that, it sounds very simple, but every day feels different in real life.
And that's what makes these conversations interesting. Because when you can talk about your routine in English, you can talk about your life. And that's real communication.
Now let's move to the evening, my favorite part of the day.
Same here. Evenings feel different, like the pressure of the day slowly goes away.
So, Joseph, what do you usually do when you come back home?
The first thing I do is take off my shoes, put my bag down, and just sit for a minute. No phone, no talking, just silence. It helps me relax after a long day. How about you?
I do something very similar. I change my clothes first, something comfortable, then I wash my face and sit quietly for a few minutes. It feels like my mind finally gets a break.
That's interesting, because I think a lot of people don't realize this. But small evening habits really matter. Even simple things like changing clothes or drinking water can make you feel better.
Exactly. It's like telling your body, okay, the busy part of the day is over. Joseph, I'm curious, is your weekend routine very different from your weekday routine?
Oh, absolutely. It's completely different. From Monday to Friday, my mornings are quite structured. I wake up early, follow my routine, and usually have a busy schedule. But on weekends, everything slows down. I don't even set an alarm. I just wake up naturally. Sometimes it's around 8 o'clock, sometimes even later. It feels nice to start the day without looking at the clock. How about you?
I'm almost the same. During the week, I always have somewhere to be. But on weekends, I like taking my time. I don't rush through breakfast. I make myself a cup of tea or coffee, sit by the window, and enjoy a quiet morning. It's probably my favorite part of the weekend.
I know exactly what you mean. Weekdays are all about following a schedule, but weekends give you the chance to slow down and enjoy the little things. Even having breakfast feels different. Instead of eating quickly, I actually sit down, relax, and enjoy my meal.
So, what do you usually do after breakfast? Do you stay home or do you like going out?
It depends. If the weather is nice, I usually go for a walk in the park or meet a few friends for coffee. Sometimes I go to the gym in the morning. Other weekends, I simply stay home, watch a movie, or read a good book. Honestly, I enjoy both kinds of weekends. What about you?
I usually start by cleaning the house. I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but I actually enjoy it. When everything is clean and organized, I feel much more relaxed. After that, I might go grocery shopping, meet a friend for lunch, or spend time with my family. And if I don't have any plans, I'm perfectly happy staying home with a good movie.
I think that's one thing people often forget. Weekends don't always have to be busy. Sometimes doing absolutely nothing is exactly what we need. Just relaxing at home, listening to music, reading, or taking a nap can be the perfect way to recharge.
I couldn't agree more. People often think they have to make big plans every weekend, but sometimes the best weekends are the simple ones. No stress, no rushing, just enjoying your own time.
Let's talk about dinner. What do you usually eat in the evening?
Dinner is usually simple for me. Some rice, vegetables, maybe soup, or sometimes pasta. I don't like heavy meals at night, and it makes me feel tired.
I'm the same. I prefer something light too. Sometimes I cook at home, and sometimes I order food, depending on how tired I am.
Do you eat alone or with family?
Most of the time with family, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the day. Everyone sits together, talks about their day, and shares small stories. It feels nice. How about you?
I also like dinner time because of that, even a short conversation. Like, how was your day? Feels very meaningful.
After dinner, what do you usually do?
I usually relax a little, maybe watch something on TV, or listen to music, or just scroll on my phone for a bit. But I try not to stay on screens too long.
Same here. I like watching something light, like a series or short videos. But sometimes I just sit quietly and think about the day.
Do you ever feel like evenings are the only time you truly relax?
Yes, absolutely. Because during the day, your mind is always busy. But at night, everything slows down.
Now, let's talk about nighttime. What do you usually do before sleeping?
Before sleeping, I usually prepare for the next day. I check my schedule, set my alarm, and sometimes plan what I need to do tomorrow. Then I brush my teeth and go to bed.
I do something similar. I also try to avoid my phone before sleeping because it affects my sleep. Instead, I like reading or just lying quietly.
I think nighttime is very important because how you end your day affects how the next day begins.
That's true. A calm night leads to a better morning. And that brings us to the end of today's conversation. We hope you enjoyed learning English in a natural way just by listening to our daily routine.
And remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need to keep speaking. Even a few minutes of practice every day can make a big difference over time.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give this video a like. Share it with a friend who's learning English. And don't forget to subscribe to VS English channel. Your support encourages us to create more conversations like this every week.
In our next episode, we'll explore another everyday topic with new vocabulary, new expressions, and another natural English conversation.
Until then, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep speaking English.
Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode of VS English channel. Bye, everyone.
Bye.